Thomas says y'all are super blind fans. That's why no one takes us seriously as a fan base. Mahomes went nuclear with hardly any time. Jalen out there breaking records. Purdy's not doing anything those QBs are doing. I agree that he's not. That's why I think they need a top 5 defense.
But he literally was. Like he was like 16-4 through 7 games.
I do agree fundamentally, like, to beat Jalen Hurts, who had 400 yards of offense, Patrick Mahomes had to do the things that only the greatest quarterbacks in the history of the sport can do. My argument would be Hurts wouldn't have 400 yards of offense against the Niners defense.
Well, he didn't. He could barely complete a pass, like we saw.
That's why I think you can get away with it.
How many yards did he throw for in that game? 150? I mean, now they ran out the clock in the fourth quarter, but he was not passing. He looked way better passing against the Chiefs because their pass defense is not as good as the 49ers. I mean, now, the difference is also the Chiefs had a different game plan against Jalen, partly because he hadn't been running, but they were also just shooting up the field. The Niners said, Jalen, we're not going to let you run around. And Jalen did kind of run around in that game, which is a positive. The Niners were not going to let him, they were going to hold back. You're not going to scramble around. You're going to have to throw. The Chiefs were like, maybe he's not even into running right now because he hadn't really been because he'd been injured for the 2 playoff games, but his shoulder with 7 cortisone shots, felt better probably.
And the rugby formation.
Did you send me the tweet that, like, when Mahomes was limping off at halftime, someone's like, no human being in the history of America is going to have more drugs at halftime than Patrick Mahomes?
No, I didn't send you. That's good. That's good. But to be fair, like, I did think when Hurts threw that touchdown to A.J. Brown, that's something, like, the Eagles have a guy that can do things that most guys can't do. And the Chiefs obviously have that also. So it takes other things. Like, the Chiefs aren't winning the Super Bowl without Patrick Mahomes. That's the way you can, when you have Patrick Mahomes, you can get away with some stuff.
Well, the difference is his arm, like, he did have A.J. Brown wide open against the Niners, and he overthrew him by 8 yards.
Yeah, I mean, but that was not the touchdown. A.J. Brown was just a step back and chuck it, right?
Which I would do a lot if I had A.J. Brown on my team.
Yeah.
The Niners do not have an A.J. Brown, but neither do the Chiefs.